జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అరుణ గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్ ప్రశాంత్ గారు.
చాలా రోజులను చూసి.
అవునండి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అరుణ గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి ప్రశాంత్ గారు.
నేను లంక కిందంటే చూసుకోకుండా దీనిలో జాయిన్ అయిపోయా. సరే ఇదైనా మీరే కదా, ఎలాగైనా పర్వాలేదు. లింక్స్ వస్తాయి కదా.
అవునండి, అవునవును.
బై డిఫాల్ట్ లాస్ట్ కొట్ట అలవాటు అయిపోయి కొట్టిన తర్వాత చూసాను, ఓహో మీ పేరు వచ్చింది. మీరే యూత్ అన్నారు కాబట్టి ఖచ్చితంగా నేను దీనికే బిల్లంగ్ అవుతాను, ఇటే వచ్చేసి.
మనందరం ఎవరు యంగ్ అండి, మనంతా యూతే ఎప్పుడును.
యూత్ చిల్డ్రన్ అన్నారు కాబట్టి శ్రీరామచంద్ర ప్రభు ఆయన ఆయన మనకి తండ్రి అయిన శ్రీరామచంద్ర తండ్రి అంటారు. అదే సీతమ్మ తల్లి అంటారు అనుకోండి. కానీ ఎంతో మంది నా కృష్ణుడు కూడా తండ్రి అనొచ్చు కదా. అంటారు
పిల్లలం కదండి మనంతా, కాబట్టి ఎప్పుడూ చిన్నవాళ్ళమే మనం. ఒక్క నిమిషం ప్రశాంత్ గారు, ఇప్పుడు
తప్పకుండా.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అరుణ గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి. యా, అందరు వీడియోస్ లోకి వస్తారా అండి? యా, ప్లీజ్ టర్న్ ఆన్ యువర్ వీడియోస్ అండి. యా, అందరికి మహాశివరాత్రి శుభాకాంక్షలు అండి. జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ చరిత గారు ఒక్క 5 minutes అండి. ఐఎమ్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ సంథింగ్. నేను ఈ లోపు వచ్చేస్తానండి.
యా, అదే ఈరోజు రావు గారు వస్తున్నారండి. రావు గారు
తెలియదండి.
నేను కాల్ చేస్తానండి ఒక్కసారి. యా,
తప్పకుండా అండి. యా, ఓకే అండి. జై శ్రీరామ్.
యా, జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి. ఒక్క 2 minutes ఉందాం. రావు గారు వస్తున్నారు.
షూర్ శక్తి గారు, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
జై శ్రీరామ్ రావు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి. జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ రావు గారు.
రావు గారు స్టార్ట్ చేద్దామండి.
జై శ్రీరామ్. జై శ్రీరామ్ గారు.
Jai Shri Ram Andi. So today being auspicious Shivratri day, so taking the blessings of the Lord and taking the blessings of Guru Garu, let us do the opening prayer. Andi. Om Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunataya Nataya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Bolo Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai, Pavana Sutta Hanuman ki jai. Charita garu.
Yeah, Jai Shri Ram Andi. Andariki. Today our Atithi speaker Aruna Goskonda garu. Just a small, a little introduction of her today. Now we meet Aruna garu. Aruna Goskonda garu is a resident of Charlotte, North Carolina, who was born in Nuzivedu, Krishna district. And then, although her parents and in-laws settled Kurnool, she pursued her graduation in mechanical engineering and has since dedicated herself now to being a homemaker. Aruna Garu is married to Narendranath Goskonda and is the proud mother of 2 boys. Since 2019, she has been associated with BSRT and our Seva and all the Guru Garu, and in participating Nitya Puja and everyday Ramayana studies. And then recently she had once in a lifetime experience of participating in a 21-day Sampurna Ramayana Parayanam also. Aruna Garu also finished her Nitya Puja certification and volunteered as Jaya to her devotional, the dedication of her faith. And so this is her introduction. Yeah, Jai Shri Ram Andi Andariki. Now can start Aruna Garu.
Jai Shri Ram Charita garu.
Jai Shri Ram.
Vande Guru Padadvanva Mavang Manasagocharam Tatpadam Darsitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vishwam Vyapya Vyavasthitam Tatpadam Darsitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Vagi Sadhya Sumanasa Sarvarthanam Upakrameyam Natva Krita Krutyasu Tam Namami Gajananam Sarada Saradam Bhojavadana Vadanam Bhuje Sarvada Sarvada Smakam Sannidhim Kriyat Dhor Viryukta Chaturbis Patikamanimayim Akshamalam Dadhana Haste Naikena Padmam Sitamapicha Pustakam Chaparena Bhasa Kundendu Sankhas Patikamanibha Bhasamana Samana Same Vagdevateyam Nivasatu Vadane Sarvada Suprasanna. Vagathaviva Sampruptau Vagatah Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Apara Karuna Sindhum Gnanadam Santarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanvaham. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitayah Pataye Namaha. Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanariyudha Mukyam Sri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapadye. నమస్కారం అండి అందరికీను. ముందుగా నాకు జన్మనిచ్చిన నా తల్లిదండ్రులకి నమస్కారాలు చెప్పుకుంటూ, నా జీవితంలో ఉన్న గురువులందరికీ కూడా నమస్కారాలు పాదాభివందనాలు చేసుకుంటూ, ఇంతటి అద్భుతమైన అవకాశాన్ని ఇంతటి పర్వదినం రోజున నాకు అనుగ్రహించిన భగవంతుడికి, ఆ గురువు గారికి కూడా సాష్టాంగ దండవత్ ప్రణామాలు చేసుకుంటూ ఇవాల్టి మన సత్సంగంలోకి మనం వెళ్దామండి. సో as you all know, our today's topic for this satsangam is Ramayana, the quintessence of dharma. But before we actually jump into the topic, we need to know what exactly is dharma is. Dharma is a Sanskrit word, and it is a very difficult word to define, especially that too in English. There is no single word that describes the entire meaning of dharma, but the nearest word would be righteous conduct. Dharma is a way of life or the conduct which one adopts will help us go towards the ultimate truth of consciousness or the God, and which is the real entity that is permanent and never decays. Not only this, Mother Sita herself states in Ramayana what dharma can bring you in. Dharmadartha prabhavate sukham, dharmena labhate sarvam, dharma saramidam jagat. It says, practicing dharma brings you wealth. One who follows dharma is ever happy and is ever at peace. When dharma is practiced, one gains the real knowledge, which ultimately leads him to attain mukti or the moksha. The entire essence of this universe is dharma. As you know, you might all be aware of Darwin's theory of evolution. And I'm sure, and I'm not sure how many of you know the word involution. There are two words, involution and evolution. Involution is the regression or the contraction, whereas the evolution is the expansion or the progression. As per Darwin's theory of evolution, it states that we come from single cell amoeba and then evolved all the way to the most complex species on the earth, which is human being. Okay, so then after human being, where should we go hereafter? We won't evolve into some other species after millions of years, like with more brains or hands or legs. Organic evolution stops with human being hereafter. And then from there, it is only the intellectual and spiritual evolution that has to be taken, that has to take place. Mystics like Sankaracharya, Paramacharya, Ramanujacharya have attained the total fulfillment with this human body and mind only, and became Purna Purushas. It is only possible with this human body to attain the highest step. What does that mean by highest? It means, highest means after attaining that, you don't have anything else to attain. So by practicing dharma and by engaging ourselves in right actions, we will slowly progress towards that state. Okay, what happens if we don't practice dharma? Okay, that is also big, very important thing to be that we should all be knowing, right? So if we don't conduct ourselves in right manner, we will go back, which is nothing but the involution. Rather than evolving ourselves into more intellectual and spiritual way, we'll just go back. What does it mean by go back? Going back. That means our we will definitely take rebirth, and then you never know if it is a human birth or some other lower, species or lower births. So the next question. So how can we practice this dharma? All our rishis have said that detachment and renunciation are the greatest things that help us in practicing this dharma. If we are too attached to the world and the things in the world, it is difficult to practice this dharma among all those greatest temptations of the world. And, we keep compromising at every step of our life. So now you might ask me what, of course, you all know it, but, for the kids, if we have any kids in the session, I just wanted to make them aware. What exactly is detachment or renunciation? The simple way to describe the meaning of these words is not aspiring for too many things, or like not aspiring too many worldly pleasures or desires, and only having or earning the things that are absolutely necessary to lead our life. Then it helps us to lead a dharmic life by practicing truthfulness, kindness, compassion, and all those things, all those good traits. Then all our actions become good, which is nothing but we are practicing dharma. Everybody and everything, our elders keep saying, okay, poyaka manto paatu edi raadu. So everybody and everything is left behind after the death. It is only the dharma that we did throughout our life that comes along after our death. So we do have examples of people who practice this dharma, even though they're among these worldly pleasures. Rama, why has he become our international hero? It is because of the way he conduct himself. He did not deviate from dharma at all. Ramo vigrahavan dharmaha. Rama, the epitome and the embodiment of dharma. Bhagavatam is the story of the god, whereas Ramayana is the story of human being. Rama behaved and acted as a human being and demonstrated the human possibilities. The problem with us all is, if some great divinity comes in the midst of us in a human form, setting us an example, so you can issue character excellence like me, you can follow dharma like me, and can attain spiritual enlightenment like me, we don't try to take that example and apply these character traits in our lives. Rather, we nail that great personality onto the wall, put a garland across the portrait, burn incense sticks, give arati, and then offer naivedyam, and say, oh, what a great God he is. And we think we have nothing to do with his greatness. If he's divine, hence Rama, okay, hence in Ramayana, Rama is at par with us, where Rama behaved exactly like us in some situations. Such is Rama, and his divinity. Ramayana, as you know, everyone in this world is aware of the basic story to a certain extent. I hope the children, if there are any, and the elders in this satsangam are also familiar with the story content of Ramayana through some way or the other. Like we might have heard, definitely we should have heard through our parents, grandparents, televisions, you know. So our intention today is to highlight few dharmic incidents until Aranya Kanda, because in Ramayana, because of the time constraint, it's a huge elaborative topic. Everybody knows every incident, everything in Ramayana, you know, you can analyze, you can go deep into that to, you know, and everything is dharmic. So we'll be able to cover only a few dharmic incidents, and that too I've taken until Aranya Kanda. So coming back to our topic, dharma is the path that leads to realize our divine self. It is the message of Ramayana. It is not only Rama and Sita that stood as an example of dharma, but every small and big character of Ramayana stood as examples of dharma. Now, how can we say that Rama is our role model? If we see the series of incidents that happened in his own life, in spite of the pain and the agony the nature had threw at him, he held himself to dharma. Situations had come to such a pass that any normal human being could bear those, but still Rama withstood on dharma. You know, you all know, Kaikeyi conspired against Rama and she was responsible for his exile. Everybody at palace and at Ayodhya were so attached to Rama intensely, but when they heard the news of Rama's exile, they were all dejected. But Rama, even in that situation, when he goes to meet Dasaratha himself was in deep sorrow and could not tell Rama to go to forest on his through his mouth. He loved Rama like anything. Then Kaikeyi herself announces this to Rama. Then Rama very easily accepts this and tells Kaikeyi, oh mother, you yourself could have said this firsthand, right? Why are you troubling poor father? Did you lose the faith in me, mother? He says. Rama still was able to love the women who conspired against him. And he says, Lakshmana, see, the mother who equally loved all of us like Bharata till yesterday, has suddenly changed. Okay, her conduct has changed suddenly today. Poor lady, okay. She has become an instrument in the hands of divine, he says. All creatures in this world are instruments in the hands of divine and are utterly helpless, he says. When we hear Rama saying this, we understand the total surrenderance Rama had attained to the will of divine. He himself was divine, but was setting up as an example to us how to conduct ourselves. Rama did not get angry at Kaikeyi at all, neither scolded her while everybody else were fuming against her, including her own son Bharata. It was not an ordinary scolding by Bharata. You all know it was unbearable. But Rama was utterly at peace and calm. Next day, he was announced of his coronation, and now he had to go to forest. Situation changed, but not the state of mind of Rama. This is because he was so detached and at the same time so loving, kind, and compassionate, and conducted himself so well and practiced dharma in the midst of so much of agony also. He even tells Lakshmana to forgive Kaikeyi because it is not her fault at all. And don't be angry at Kaikeyi, Lakshmana. And, when Kaikeyi asked Sita to wear the Narachiras, the bar garments, along with Rama and Lakshmana, when she gets ready to accompany Rama to the forest, Kaikeyi insists Sita to wear the Narachiras. Sita did not even know how to wear those. She stood bent low. Then Rama drapes it all around Sita on the same pattu vastra she already had, looking at which all the women in the palace couldn't, burst out loudly. This was when even a Brahmagnani like Vasishta could not bear seeing. He wants Kaikeyi angrily. Kaikeyi, when Rama goes to forest, all the people in Ayodhya will also accompany him to forest. Then forest becomes Ayodhya and Ayodhya becomes Rama. Then forest becomes Ayodhya and Ayodhya becomes forest without Rama. Nobody will be there. Even your son Bharata would not be there, because even Bharata would not appreciate what you have done, Kaikeyi. He will also fall Rama, and you will end up ruling empty houses in the barren trees. See, to forgive somebody who is conspiring against him is something only Rama could do. Do you think we all can do that? Not at all. Hence, he is our hero. Do you think, but Rama could do that as he had no attachment towards kingdom and pleasures. He's absolutely detached. He thought, whatever nature might throw at me, I will not lose my composure, tranquility of my mind. Hence, we worship Rama because of this extraordinary strength he demonstrated. So how do we all get that strength? We get that strength by praying to divine and also practicing dispassion or the vairagyam, through which we get that strength. Throughout Ramayana, if we see, all the time and nature had thrown at Rama, Rama never lost his cool, never criticized others, never depressed because of the deep detachment he had. And nothing of this world affected him. Rama could conduct himself like that because he believed that everybody is an instrument in the hands of divine and it is all his play. We should also develop this consciousness that we are all dancing to the tune of the divine helplessly. We develop some ease in our lives then. If we forget that it is a play, we forget the director who is nothing but the divine and we go away from him. But people think if everything is a play, why should we achieve big things in life and all? We should understand one thing here. While everything is according to the will of the God, we should also be aware that we are totally involved in whatever we are doing. When we are totally involved while playing the role given by divine to us and achieve the big things in life, but with detachment, then the behavior of people won't affect us at all and we can maintain the tranquility in our life. Okay, then coming back to, the scene where Rama is being sent to the forest. There is a shloka. Yas tushtena varado dattaha kaikeyai varadatvaya. Rama, he even consoles his father and preaches dharma to his father that he had to uphold to the truth by sticking to the promise given to Kaikeyi and by sticking to the promise that he had made to Kaikeyi. And also he says, Naivaham rajyam ichchami, na sukham na cha maithilim, naiva sarvan iman kaman, na swargam naiva jivitum. He says, I neither need kingdom nor want to be a king. I do not want to enjoy these comforts. All I want is only one thing. Father, I want you to uphold to the truth, but not anrutam. Anrutam means asatyam. Before that, everything else is nothing for me. This is the highest principle of life. Dasaratha always believed in, of course, but now Rama is prompting or reiterating to Dasaratha this again in the form of dharmopadesam. He did dharmopadesam to his father. Okay. Next, also he says, when Dasaratha asks Rama to stay back for that one night, and then, asks him to leave the next day to the forest, he says, Nachasakyam maya tatas thatum kshanamapi prabho. Rama says, I cannot stay here for even a single moment, and I'm taking a oath on your welfare. I have to go this moment and please do not compel me to stay. Because so many people tried to change Rama's mind to not let him go, including Dasaratha himself, right? See, it happens with us also in every, in our day-to-day life. When we try to stick to our word and try to do something, then we get trapped by others' words and find an excuse to not to do that and find a convenient path to us ignoring the dharma. Such is human nature. We have to rise above that nature to the extent possible. Of course, we cannot become Ramas overnight, or can never ever become like Rama, but should try to be in the path and the process of becoming Rama. And coming back to Dasaratha, okay, it's not that Dasaratha didn't follow dharma or anything. He stood for Satyavachana. He preferred to die than to go back on his words. Of course, he pleaded Kaikeyi to withdraw her boons, but never denied her from the beginning to the end, and paid a big price for that, the price of leaving his own life for the sake of Satya. Rama also went to forest only to keep his father's words. He did not return to Ayodhya from Chitrakuta, though Bharata pleaded him intensely. He could have returned because his father was no more and he was not even alive. Even though father is not alive, death and life he believes that death and life is only to the body, not to the soul. Father's word should not be a lie. This has been his motto all the time. Okay. Also, and let's see another reason to follow dharma. If you travel a path of dharma, they say dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. What does it mean? If you follow a dharmic path prescribed for you honestly and sincerely, then help comes to you from unseen quarters. Do something honestly and sincerely with your sattva guna and vivekam. You will see that you will get help from somewhere or the other. How? God knows. You see, who is Jatayu? He says he is a friend of Dasaratha. Why should he sacrifice his life when Rama has never asked for? And nor his friend Dasaratha asked him to protect Sita. Why? It's all because of dharma. If you travel dharmic path like Sita was traveling, okay, hence Jatayu, he's a bird, not even a human. He tried to protect Sita from Ravana, in the process of which he lost his own life, and before leaving the last breath, guided and helped Rama and Lakshmana by telling that it is Ravana who abducted Sita. Otherwise, Rama and Lakshmana would be roaming all around in the forest without any disa and dasa. And see, Kabandha and Sabari, they also, the help comes in the form of Kabandha and Sabari too, where they lead Rama and Lakshmana to Sugriva and Sampati. There were no GPS or satellite facilities back then. Sampati, in the form of GPS, comes to rescue the Vanara team that goes in the southern direction, helping them by letting them know that Sita is in Lanka. Okay. They were all literally ready to do the Pranatyaga. That's when Sampati tells that Sita is at Lanka. Okay. What is the big takeaway of Ramayana? If you follow dharma sincerely and honestly, the conduct prescribed for you, for your age, for your class, for your ashrama, they say Varna ashrama dharmas, right? So that is ashrama. Help comes from unseen quarters. You see, otherwise, who sent all these people? Help came in the form of birds, animals, from subhuman personalities. Help came in the form of rishis like Bharadwaja, Agastya. And help comes from divinity like Garutmanta, where, when he brings, he comes to rescue Rama and Lakshmana from Nagapasam, aimed at them in Yuddhakanda we read. I know you all remember that. The quintessence of dharma is to sacrifice your personal comforts for the sake of dharma. While adopting dharmic path, yes, you can. You might encounter some difficulties and discomforts. That's why Rama's entire story is full of dukkha and difficulties and challenges. He too was weak like us. He too was, there were moments where he wept. He cried. He was about to curse. But at the same time, he controlled himself. Similarly, we also should control ourselves in times of challenges. This is the samyamana that we should all learn from Rama and Ramayana. Okay. And a man perfect in following dharmic path with trikarana suddhi, manasa, vacha, karmana, prescribe and practices the prescribed code of conduct in given situation. If we do it perfectly, everything comes on its own, and ultimately success is only for us. And there are many other situations where Rama handled the things in a very dharmic way. And it says that, okay, it shows that by winning over our senses and inner enemies and human weaknesses and overcoming them, that's the best way you can follow dharma. These 5 senses and inner enemies are important. Of course, they're important. Otherwise, God would never give us anything that is not important. They're very important, but they have their own contribution. But we need to have a control on them, just like controlling a horse while riding. We should not let the horses run away here and there, okay, as per your desire, as per their desire. You need to have those control, or the pagga has to be in your hand. Dharma is also like that. You need that 5 senses, krama, krodha, moha, lobha, mada, matsaryam, but in a very balanced way. And then you progress with dharmic evolution. This is the challenge before humanity. But to our fortune, Valmiki has given a prototype, an exemplar of doing that exercise and showing success as a result, believing in the saga. Look at Rama. Progress in dharmic path from step, okay. I told you earlier, like we cannot become Ramas overnight, but we can progress, okay, take baby steps to step, okay. And that is what we can at least do. And coming back to the samyamana that you get out of practicing this dharma, samyamana is like you're contained, you don't react, okay. So you get this when you win over your senses and inner enemies. Let's see where Rama exhibited this samyamana, Tatakavada. So that is a very important event, okay. When Vishwamitra comes to Dasaratha asking to send Rama for protecting Yagna, Dasaratha, out of his immense love towards Rama, could not spare Rama. As he knows, Maricha and Subahu are very powerful demons, and they are the subordinates of Ravana. And he himself could not withstand them. And Rama is just a 14 to 15-year-old boy, and it would be beyond his capacity, and he thought. And this worried, okay, and he was worried about Rama's safety. But it is for the sake of all of us, for the sake of Ramayana, and for the sake of good of the whole universe, Vishwamitra Agamana shows the commencement of Dharma Samrakshana. And during that, Vishwamitra Agamana is not just to seek the assistance of Rama, but to make Rama as Ramachandra. Okay, so how did this happen? The purpose of his visit is to empower Rama for the big purpose of killing Ravana. Though Rama is an avatar of Mahavishnu, he's still a Kshatriya, a Rajakumara, and he needs that empowerment. And it is Vishwamitra who made him into Ramachandra from Rama. He's not a Bala Rama anymore. Though Dasaratha and Kausalya gave him the body, Vasishta gave him the education, it is a Vishwamitra who brought the total transformation in Rama. He says, Dasaratha keeps saying, among all my 4 sons, Rama is my Priyaputra. Why? Because it's just not because he's the eldest son, it is because of the Dharma Nishta and Dharma Tatparata that Rama had. Even at such an young age, Rama is an embodiment of Dharma by the age of 15 itself. This is a certificate given by a father to a son. And if we go back, and we were talking about Tatakavada, right? I feel if we understand Tatakavada well, all our questions regarding Valivadha, Ravanavadha, Sita Parityagam gets all answered very clearly. Vishwamitra takes Rama, you all know the story. Vishwamitra takes Rama and Lakshmana along with him, bestows all the astras, shastras, and even Brahmastra to Rama. But we need to remember, it is a Brahmarshi, and Vishwamitra is a Gayatri Mantra Drashta who is giving Upadesha to Rama during the situation of Tatakavadha. Nrusamsam Manrusamsam va Prajarakshana Karanat Patakam va Sadosham va Kartavyam Rakshata Sada. It's a beautiful sloka in Balakanda, 25th Sarga and 18th shloka. I will just read out the beautiful description in Telugu and I will translate it. Dharma Parirakshakudaina Raju Prajala Hitamunakai Cheyu Karyamu అది క్రూరమైనదైనా తద్భిన్నమైనదైనా అది ఏది చూడకూడదు. అది పాపకృత్యమైనను దోషయుక్తమే అయినను దానిని అవశ్యము ఆచరించవలసినదే. He says, Rama, don't worry if it is a cruel action or not. This is because when Rama was contemplating if he should kill Tataka, who is a woman, okay, he says, don't worry if it is a cruel action. Your motto always as a Raja should be the safety of your praja. Even something that you do gets you papa, the greatest sin, or even if it is prohibited, still as a Raja who has taken the responsibility of ruling the people over your shoulders, you have to accomplish that task, Rama. Your prime purpose should always be protecting your people as a king, he says. Rajya bhara niyuktanam esha dharma sanatanaha adharmyam jahi kakutsa dharmo hyasya navidyate. There is not even a single iota of dharma in Tataka, Rama, and hence she has to be killed. It is a dharma as per Sanatana dharma that you can kill cruel people like Tataka. Vishwamitra orders not to spare Tataka at any cost. Rama gets a very clear instruction from Vishwamitra to kill Tataka, and also he himself says that his father Dasratha ordered him to follow all the instructions of Vishwamitra. And you don't need to contemplate and should never violate Vishwamitra's instructions from today onwards. On one hand, it is father's instruction. On the other hand, it is the instruction from a Brahmavadi like Vishwamitra. But you know what? He did not kill Tataka immediately. He says, Nahyena mutsahe hantum stri swabhavena rakshitam. He says, ladies always have to be protected. He still felt it is not a right thing to kill a woman, and just thought of scaring her by cutting her nose and hands and chopping her of her hands and ears. And they do that. But instead of doing this, they could not control Tataka. She starts showing her Maya Vidya and then starts attacking Rama and Lakshmana invisibly. And then again Vishwamitra interferes. He says, come on, Rama, don't show any pity on that wicked creature. Kill her before the sunset. Even then, Rama only tries to control her with the Shabdavedi Banas, but did not kill her. We have to understand one thing in Ramayana. We are no one to judge Rama and say whether something is right or wrong. It is not at all in our domain. Just one thing, okay, if Rama does something, it is right. And Rama only does right things and follows dharma. If we just remember this one thing, no questions will be arising in our minds. But you know what, at the end of the day, finally Tataka was uncontrollable, and when she starts coming to attack Lakshmana, that's when Rama does not spare her. He just throws one bana and she's all gone. That's it. And of course, he just needs only one bana to kill anybody except Ravana though. But see, you know, Samyamana, at age is around 15. Around 15, and he has been equipped with all the astras and sastras, including Brahmastra by Vishwamitra. A young boy who has been empowered with such great powers has got his self-control of not to use any of his powers till the utmost necessity. That is why he did not kill Tataka immediately, even though Vishwamitra kept on saying, kill her, kill her. This is Samyamana. That is what makes Rama a Ramachandra. And that is what we need to learn from Rama. This Samyamana comes with the practice of dharma. Despite father's instructions and guru's instructions, Ramachandra took so much time to kill Tataka because she's a stree. He knows she's wicked, but still did not kill her at first instance. Rama always looks into the dharmic aspects of his actions several thousands of times before taking any action. Once we understand this, we understand Vali Vadha, Ravana Vadha, Sita Parityagam, as I was telling earlier. That's why he left, you remember, that's why he left Vali also. He left Vali, not killing him on the first day. It's not that he could not identify Vali. If he could not identify Vali, then who could identify him? Okay. He just contemplated a lot before killing Vali. And you also know that in Yuddhakanda, we all read, he spared Ravana in the war. Okay. He just let him go the first time. But still, that's, you know, he just came back and, you know, ultimately he had to reach his destiny. And then, okay. And completely totally different dharmic incident in Ramayana. Dasaratha accepting Sita as this daughter-in-law. We already discussed that no one can become Rama totally, but we should try to emulate him to the extent possible. The intention to emulate Rama is what is important. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he keeps saying, okay, Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if you do a very little effort, it saves you from great dangers of life. Krishna says, Gita Charya. We can correlate this statement of Krishna here. Dharma apparently appears to be very difficult to practice. It is like a bitter medicine that, we take. That if it is passing through our tongue and the throat when taken, it is very bitter. And we feel like not taking it at all. But the same medicine, when it is taken, okay, it gives you immense health and cures all your diseases. Similarly, though the difficulty of practicing dharma is momentary, the result of performing the dharma, in spite of those difficulties, is perennial, which ultimately turns and shapes us into a godly being. By traveling in the path of dharma, we get the vision of seeing God in every creature and every being. Dharma is just the vehicle or the path which leads us to realize our divine self. This is the message of Ramayana. Okay, coming back to the Sita being accepted by Dasaratha as his daughter-in-law. Sita, during her conversation with Anasuya Mata, tells her that she is beloved to Rama because the marriage has been solemnized by his father Dasaratha. Of course, Rama loves Sita immensely, but that love is exponential as Dasaratha has accepted and decided Sita as Rama's wife. I feel this is one such small baby step towards dharma that we can take. We've been losing this culture of parents deciding the girl or the boy to their children. We've been losing this, unfortunately. Though Janaka immediately offered Sita to Rama for marriage, Rama being a Kshatriya Kumara, he can even do that, but he did not do that. He seek the permission of, he does not need to seek the permission of anyone, but still Rama hesitated to do so. He wants to seek Dasaratha's permission before doing so. Such is the respect of the Pitru Bhakti Rama had towards his father. Let us all also obey our parents and their decisions. This little step we can take us, we all can take us, and this will lead us to the next step. Don't you think we can all do this small dharma at least? Right? Yes, right. We can do, right? In Ramayana itself, Rama talks the words of dharma. He talks about the need of obedience to one's parents. He says people go on performing pujas to all the god forms whom they cannot see with their naked eye. But they keep forgetting the living gods who have given birth to them, their parents. This is a dharmic message of Ramayana to all children as well. Of course, to the adults, I would say, in the present days. And another reason for Rama to make his father stand on his word, on his promise. When Dasaratha decides on doing Yavaraja Pattabhishekam to Rama, after also getting the consent of Samanta Rajas, he orders to make all the necessary arrangements, sends out the invitations to all the people for the ceremony, but except to Janaka Maharaja and Kaikeya Maharaja, who is Ashwapati. He thinks they will ultimately get to know the news later on. And this says that, okay, he has been trying to conceal a secret by doing so. And after that, he asks Rama to be brought to his Antargriha, where he holds a personal meeting with Rama. He tells Rama, I'm getting old and I'm seeing all the bad women these days for the past few days. And this is the reason why he wanted Rama to be declared as Yuvaraja immediately. And he even says that this has to happen before he changes his mind. And this has to happen even before Bharata returns from his grandfather's place, the Kaikeyi Rajyam. Why did Dasaratha say this? It is a secret that no one knows except for Rama and probably few other people I know. I don't know. It is because of the promise he had given to Kaikeyi Raja during his marriage with Kaikeyi. He promised that Kaikeyi's son would become the Yuvaraja of Ayodhya. Of course, she did not have one until Putrakameshti though, and Bharata is younger to Rama. But a promise is a promise. Dasharatha was bound to make Bharata the king as per his promise. It is because of this dharmic obligation of Dasharatha, Rama did not accept on returning to Ayodhya, even after Bharata pleads him at Chitrakuta to return, and even after the death of Dasharatha. Rama reveals this secret to Dasharatha to Bharata only during Chitrakuta Prakarana. Rama somehow knows this secret. This says that Rama not only followed dharma himself, but avoided his father perform adharma, even if it is because of his father's immense love towards him that made him attempt to do this adharma. But Rama corrected his father from falling from dharma. And the sargas, since the arrival of Bharata at Chitrakuta and his departure, I would say those are the masterpieces of poetry and masterpieces of dharmic discussions and masterpieces of arguments out of love to each other. Reading those, we even wonder, and get confused as to decide who is greatest among Rama and Bharata. They're equally great. And there are situations, I told you, right? I mean, Rama, he sometimes behaved at par with us, okay? He lost his balance at some places. Until Sumantra leaves back to Ayodhya after leaving them at the banks of Ganga Nadi, Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, they go to Chitrakuta. Until Sumantra left, he was very stable and composed. But after Sumantra left, and during their first stay in the night at Chitrakuta, Rama just broke down. Okay, and he outpours saying that his father Dasharatha sent a son like him who is very obedient to forest on account of his, and this is all because of the weakness he had to please a lady. He also says Dasharatha got under the control of Kama, leaving behind Dharma and Artha. Here we should not take the literal meaning of Rama's words. We already discussed that Rama at times exhibited his weaknesses and behaved at par with us. It is only to show that human nature at times, though they are scholars, lose the balance and talk all nonsense. All Valmiki wants to show us here that though a great person like Rama expressed distress and became a prey to weakness, he contained himself. He regained his dharmic ideas back again and has put the unwanted ideas away. We should also do this to the possible extent. And Rama also says, Lakshmana talks to Lakshmana here, saying that Adharma bhaya bhitascha paralokasya chanagha tena Lakshmana nadyaham atmanam abhishechaye. Oh Lakshmana, do you know why I have not made my crowning? It is because of the fear of adharma, Lakshmana. By committing all kinds of sins, we may be happy and flourish well in this world, in this Janma, and keep continuing doing all kinds of illegal and undesirable and unsocial activities and become a great man, of course. But we need to remember one thing. There is this thing called Paralokam as well, where we have to pay back everything for our deeds. Saying this, Rama, he was also weeping, I was like, yeah. Rama was even weeping saying this. This is a message Rama is giving through Ramayana. We have to understand it. We have to understand that though Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha, though Rama is a dharmic person, he's also human and hence exhibited human weakness at times. Hence, humanness also takes him over sometimes. Here, Lakshmana consoles him, of course. Rama then contains himself. And let's just talk about Sita Mata at the end, Sita's greatness. We haven't talked much about Sita Matalli until now. She says, Trinyeva Vyasananyatra Kamajani Bhavantyuta Mithya Vakyam Paramakam Tasmad Guru Taravubhav Paradara Bhigamanam Vina Vairam Charaudrata. She says, Sita in Aranyakanda says these beautiful shlokas while attempting to convince Rama not to interfere in killing of demons at Janasthana. She says, Rama, why are you even planning to kill the demons at Janasthana when they have not done any harm to you personally. She says it is the duty of the king of the kingdom to deal with this issue, and it is their duty. And we have come here, we have come to the forest to perform munivritti, and let's do that. Why are you against these demons? And then, you'll not be able to do your, tapasa vritti at forest when you are behind these rakshasas. She mentions about the 3 important vyasanas here, which one has to forego in order to practice dharma. What are those? The first one, telling lies. And it is the root cause of all the desires. And there are 2 more habits which are greater in dismerit than the first one. The second one is paradarabhigamanam, having desire on others' wives, abducting, molesting the wife of someone. And we all know that Ravana and Vali fall under this category. She's probably guiding Rama not to make friendship with a person like Vali in the future, though though Vali could help Rama, okay, in his task. But she's indirectly probably, I just thought like that, okay. And the third one is Vina Vairam Cha Raudrata. She say, what does it mean? Showing enmity and unnecessary killing, enmity towards somebody and unnecessary killing of someone without any proper reason. This is what is, the terrorists are doing nowadays. I mean, these days. She says, Rama, I know you never lie. And I know you are Ekapatni Vrata. But now, why are you trying to kill these demons when they have not done any personal harm to you? Of course, for which Rama says, Sita, I have promised the Munis that I will save them during their Sharanagati. I will save them from these demons. I will clear a ward of all these demons from this Janasthana. And because he also says that this is because his father has employed him to do so. His father has made him the king of the forest, while Bharata is the king of the Ayodhya. And this, I think we are almost running out of the time now. So, I mean, in brief, I would just say before I want to end, I would like to say that the Yajurveda Samhita prayers, they say, while doing the Yajurveda Samhita prayers, they say, Manusha Daivyam Upaimi, which says that, please, O Divine Lord, help us in progressing from this Manushyatvam to Daivatvam. Take us from this humanity to divinity. And this is possible only when we attempt to practice Dharma to the extent possible. Probably not in this single Janma, we might become, the divine, but slowly, the Uttarottara Janmas would be, the Utkrishta Janmas, they say, right, in Telugu. So this is what. So, and Vivekananda, in one of his letters, he says, in one of his lectures, he beautifully said that every nation has got some kind of innate strength to it. The strength of some nations is money, while the strength of some nations is business and trade, and the strength of some nations is the political, politically they are strong, and some nations they're strong in the principles of democracy, like that. Okay, but for India, the source of strength is its Sanatana Dharma. Vivekananda says in one of his lectures. So he says Dharma is the strength of India from the time immemorial. So even let's all surrender to the feet of the Lord and pray to him to take us onto this path of Dharma by holding our hands and helping us to the extent possible in following this Dharma. Thank you so much. I really got this blessed opportunity on this pious day of Shivaratri And this is all because of the anugraham of the Lord and the anugraham of Guru Garu, without which, it's not possible. And let's close this. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Mangala Sasana Parer Madacharya Purogamai Sarvaischa Bhutesa Sakrutaya Astu Mangalam Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Buddhyatmana va Prakrite Swabhavat Karomi Yat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanayati Samarpayami Aparata Sahasrani Kriyante Harnisamaya Daso Imiti Mamadva Kshamasva Jagadishwara Karacharana Krutam va Karma Vakkayajam va Sravana Nainajam va Manasam va Paradam Vihitamai Vitam va Sarvameta Kshamasva Sivasava Karunabdhe Sri Mahadeva Shambho.
Yeah, Jai Sri Ram andi, Aruna garu. Aruna garu very well explained the witnessings of Dharma in Ramayana andi. May Lord Sri Sita Rama blessings from your family and Guru garu, and God bless you andi.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, chala chakkaga chepparu Aruna garu. And then last month, Atithi speaker spoke something about that the Ramayana on last month Saturday, the Sri Vallabha, Chiranjeevi Sri Vallabha and Sri Valli wrote an essays. So I want to take time to appreciate Chiranjeevi Sri Vallabha and Sri Valli for writing essay for the quotes of moral Ramayana. So God bless you kids and all the best of you both. Yeah, Rao garu.
Jai Shri Ram andi.
Jai Shri Ram, Rao garu. Can you closing please? Yeah.
Definitely, we have to take the time to appreciate the efforts taken by Aruna garu for putting together this nice topic with the blessings of Guru Garu. And one real thing that we all can understand is the real facts happen in our life is because of a reason. So when we all realize that and follow that, most of the questions will get answered. So that is something which we all can learn from today's blessed topic. So with that, we sincerely appreciate all the participants who are joining this call from all over the world and also watching this live on the website www.jaishriram.org. And this is a continuous opportunity for all the devotees to take part in the Kalpavruksham. And if anyone is interested, and if they have somebody who is interested in doing that, so kindly please spread the word, and they can just go to the website and click the page Contact Seva, and they can give the details saying that they are interested to present a topic in the Kalpavruksham event. So because while the temple construction is happening with the blessings of Guru Garu, constructing this Kalpavruksham opportunity is also a great opportunity. When the temple opens, when all this Kalpavruksham activity comes, all the speakers who are really blessed to give the topics will come as a leaf into the Kalpavruksham. And with that, today that opportunity was blessed upon Aruna garu. So Aruna garu, really appreciate and really you are truly got the blessings from Guru Garu and the Lord decision to be part of the Kalpavruksham program. And we sincerely appreciate everybody taking the time. And the kids, if you are really been listening to this, take the opportunity to write the essay, and the details will be coming from the Seva coordinators. And once when you write the essay, it will be given back to the guest speaker today, Aruna garu, for evaluation. And after taking Guru Garu's blessings, will be announced. So with that, Charita garu, can we go ahead and do the closing prayers, or anything else is there?
We'll go closing prayers అండి.
Okay. So with the blessing of the Lord and Guru Garu blessings, let us do the closing prayer. Om Masato Ma Satkamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Shri Ram.
జై శ్రీరామ్ రావు గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
జై శ్రీ
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి.